Well, let's have a retro review with two items from my massive Thunderbirds collection. Thunderbirds Are Go! Let's take a look at two wonderful Matchbox items from the early 90s. First up, there's Tracy Island, and it's an absolutely stunning rendition of Tracy Island. And because this was a matched pair, there's the rescue pack, and it gave you the vehicles to go with your Tracy Island. This is a very, very impressive set of toys. And to give you an idea of scale, if I put my big adult hand in there, you can see this is a very large toy. So if you're a young boy and you have that in your room, you're going to be very impressed by that. It's fantastic eye candy if you're a Thunderbirds fan, of course. This is the instruction sheet that came with it. There was a little bit of decal work to do. I can't remember ever putting the decals on. Isn't it funny how you don't remember paying? And there was a little bit of assembly to do as well. On the back of the rescue pack, it does go in detail the Tracy Island that we're going to have a look at. The rescue pack was really well presented. You opened it up and there was a synopsis about the characters in the series, and the vehicles were laid out really nicely as well, and it made an excellent display case. And if you're not familiar with Thunderbirds, Tracy Island was somewhere out in the South Pacific in a secret location. Nobody ever knew where it was. The Tracy residence was here, but around the island were hidden areas where the Thunderbird craft would appear. This set has some rather nice detailing, and there's a little stairway carved into the side of the rock there. There's a secret cave there. Maybe that's where Tintin took visitors when they needed to launch Thunderbird craft and they keep it all top secret. There's access to Thunderbird 2's hangar, and over the back there you can see Thunderbird 1 as well. Yeah, go Thunderbirds. And what's a great shame with this toy is I left some batteries in there for a little bit too long, and look what's happened. It's all corroded up. I'm not sure whether I'm going to be able to go in there and fix that. Sometimes the corrosion will creep right through to the circuit board. That happens to a lot of toys when the acid leaks out of the batteries. This playset has a sound feature.
Thunderbirds Are Go!
And each of the other buttons will launch your craft. The playability in this set is fantastic. Thunderbirds Are Go!
Thunderbird 2 ready for launch.
Just like in the TV series, that swimming pool hides a missile silo.
Thunderbird 1 FAB.
And before I launch Thunderbird 3, who knows a little secret about the roundhouse that resides above the Thunderbird 3 launch bay. Maybe if I show you this very tiny model of Thunderbird 5, you'll start to see what's going on. There's the roundhouse, and there's Thunderbird 5. Can you see the similarity there?
Thunderbird 3 blast off.
And what I would do to make this set look really good is I would set up the Thunderbird craft to make it look like they've just taken off. And look at that, wow, Thunderbird 1 has just lifted off, and it's really simple to do a little look like that. I've only got Thunderbird 1 going off there. Thunderbird 3 is yet to launch. And doing this simple trick really makes these toys come alive. And to have a look at how that Thunderbird effect was done, it's very simple. It's just a piece of coat hanger wire, a little bit of triangle bend at the bottom with some cotton wool as the exhaust, and Thunderbird 1 sitting on top, and it's just a bit of blue tack attached to those cluster of rocket engines. Yeah, go Thunderbird 1. And as beautiful and boy eye candy as this is, there was one thing I never quite worked out, and that was how Lady Penelope's Rolls Royce ever fitted into this set, because it's of a totally different scale to the rest of the vehicles in that vehicle pack. Well, I'd certainly seen in the series that Lady Penelope's car goes inside one of the pods. There's Lady Penelope's car there, the pink Rolls Royce. And there's Thunderbird 4, which came with this set. And if I bring the two of them together, I think Lady Penelope's car should have been about the size of Thunderbird 4. And while we're talking about things inside Thunderbird 2, and that being Thunderbird 4, how does that Thunderbird 4 measure up to the old dinky 1960s Thunderbird 4? Well, there you have it. In the background is a Matchbox Thunderbird 4, and in the foreground is the dinky Thunderbird 4. And that little chap there is most often missing from the dinky Thunderbird 2s that are getting about. Well, I hope you liked my little insight into these two sets, which are sort of a married pair, because really if you've got the Tracy Island you need that rescue pack. And as you can see, I really enjoy fantasizing that I'm playing with those Thunderbirds toys. Oh dear, it's like being a kid again. But you know what, I'm not worried, because I know that younger children of today would see this and they would be keenly interested in it. And there's a very good reason why, because basically Thunderbirds is a classic, and classics never die. I've got this really great collectible piece. It's the Matchbox Thunderbirds gold-plated gift set, and this was a limited edition collector's piece. But if you're buying these days, be very careful. On my set, there's indications of a fair bit of corrosion, particularly on Thunderbird 1. This set has not been played with, it just sits in its box since it was bought. And I'm wondering how widespread this style of corrosion is on collectible toys. And this is a sort of corrosion which is happening underneath the plating. There are other YouTubers who collect stuff, and I've seen their toys, which have been left mint in box and unplayed with, corrode without even being touched. I'm pretty sure there'll be people on YouTube who can give us some insight into what's going on. If you're thinking of purchasing these types of collectibles, make sure you see them firsthand. Be very careful of photos that you're sent. If you're purchasing these online, you could easily be stung. Well, to pull off the look of Thunderbird 1 taking off, it's pretty simple. It's just a bit of coat hanger wire with a little bit of cotton wool glued onto the... Oops. I bet you it won't stick now. Oh. Fail. There's a secret cave there. Maybe Tintin took some of the visitors there to give them a bit of a fancy time.
Thanks for watching. Goodbye, everybody.
The really big Trackmaster toy review is almost finished. It's a very complex video, it's a very long video. Thanks for your patience. It's my homage to Derek Meddings, who is the special effects guru behind the Thunderbirds, and now I've got one less Faker Thomas in my Thomas collection.